that little part over about the basically being dead. It says, how shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? So if you're dead to sin, how can you live? Notice, you're dead. You're not going to be living if you're dead. You know what I'm saying? You can't live if you're dead, bro. Because you have no spirit. It's the spirit that quickeneth. Okay? So the spirit is what makes you alive. You can't be alive if you haven't received Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to wake you up. So how you going to live in sin when sin, the wages of sin is death? You can't live there, bro. Sin is a place of death. So you can't live in the Lord. It's like walking with Satan, holding hands with the Lord at the same time. It don't happen that way. All right? I am precept.
15.
Romans what?
6 and 15.
Hold on. What I had you read?
6, 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's the next one. Romans 6, 14 and 15.
Romans chapter 6, verse 14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace.
So people will take that and say, we ain't under the law no more. We under grace. Go ahead.
What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? Most I forbid.
So it's telling you, bro. You're not going to, being that we're under the law, and that's not meaning that you're not under the law. You're not under the law of sacrifice. Okay? You don't have to sacrifice animals no more. Okay? So, and that's how forgiveness was given. But all you have to do is understand that the penalty for you not keeping the laws is what? Death. So what do you think when who you call Jesus Christ comes back, that he's going to judge the world on? Keeping laws. When you run a red light, do you pay for that if you get caught? Yeah, so when he comes back, what is he going to see you doing? Not keeping the law, so what happens? It's a penalty. Okay?
You gotta go. You got it.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
Right.
And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
Right. And what's sin? Breaking the law. Okay.
I got a quick one. This is Romans 7 and 1. Know ye not, brother, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. You know? So you can't say, oh, we not under law no more. As long as you living, hey, you gonna be subject to doing the will, the keeping the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
And the laws that you're really not under is the ones you can't keep because his blood basically covered those. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain laws that his blood said, I'ma hold that. But there's certain laws that you can't keep. You know what I'm saying? So when it says that you're not under the law, it's basically saying it's the laws that you can't keep in captivity, because we can't go take a doctor, bind him up to a tree and burn him alive. There's got one that said if a land is unholy, burn it to the ground and never build on that land again. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that here. So that's where that blood comes in and have that mercy. That's that mercy on us. You know what I'm saying?
Scriptures like I think you sprinkle over his blood, something like that.
Right. I got a precept. Like what you just said. This Romans chapter 5, verse 9. Much more then, being now justified by his blood, we shall be saved from wrath through him. All right, through the laws that we can keep.
Right.
I got a quick back in both of y'all brothers. This is Hebrews 2 and 17. Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in all things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people.
Right.
For in that he himself hath suffered, being tempted, he is able to secure them that are tempted. And when you go into the word secure, it basically means to be be an aid unto these people. So that goes to show you, if the Lord went through everything and now he's going to be an aid to the ones that that's going to receive grace, that means what? They're going to be keeping the laws. No, because they're going to be tempted by certain things.
Right.
St. John chapter 1 verse 17. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahushua Mashiach.
Grace and truth. So, understanding what grace is and truth, that came by Yahweh Shah. And if that truth is in you, then you're going to know that what grace is. Okay? You're going to know that that's just a time period because that's truth.
142. This is Psalms chapter 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
And the law is the truth. Read what you had again.
St. John chapter 1 verse 17. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahushua Mashiach.
So what's the truth? Read that again.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
So, if you're going to get everlasting, if you're going to be an everlasting righteous person, it comes through starting with the law. Following and keeping the laws. Calling on the name Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? That's how you get it. Because it's an everlasting righteousness. It came through Yahweh Shah. Okay? So, to say I don't have to keep the law, to say I'm under grace now, that shows me right there, and that shows everybody that you're not a righteous person.
Not upright.
You're not an upright person. Okay?
Backing up what you said. This is Proverbs 22 and 11. He that loveth pureness of heart. All right, if you got a pureness of heart, you feel me? You're going to abide by these laws.
Right.
You know, it say, he that loveth pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend.
Right.
So you know.
I got it.
This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse, I'm going to start at 21. It says, I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth.
Right.
Who is a liar but he that denied that Yahushua is the anointed? Right. He is Antichrist that denied the Father and the Son. You know? So if you upright, you're going to walk after the ways that Yahushua did, well, after Yahushua did,
Right.
you know? And what? You're going to abide in truth.
Right.
And what? The truth is what? The law.
And this is, I'm going to grab a few scriptures that basically shows you that the laws are not done away with. Let me get Revelation 14 and 4. We'll just jump down to 12. This might be Revelation 20.
It's Revelation chapter 14, verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women.
So they did not jump in the bed and sleep with this whore, better known as Babylon, the woman, America. You didn't fall into that pit of her and you fell in love with the pussy of America, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You didn't jump in the bed with her and were defiled by the wicked acts of this place. These are they. They didn't jump in the bed with America. They didn't follow all the sins of this place. Go ahead.
For they are virgins.
They are virgins. This is not physical virgins, bro. You got somebody running around saying this is physical fucking virgins. If that's the case, ain't nobody getting into the kingdom.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? This is
pull
not
them straight out the
physical
womb.
Exactly. Babies. There'll be babies in that mother.
As babes.
Right. So it said, basically, so these are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. So instead of following the ways of America and Babylon, which is known as the whore, they follow Yahweh Shah. And that's what made them upright. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, these were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, or unto Yahweh and to the Lamb.
There you go. The first fruits. All right? The first fruits that were redeemed, that were saved among men. All right? So, to be defiled means they done what? Somebody jump down to 12. Jump down to 12.
It says, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that kept the commandments of the Most High in the faith of Yahushua.
So they kept the commandments. That's how they became virgins. That's how they became upright walkers. That's how they obtained salvation, because they walked upright.
God, kind. I was just going
Which
to
one?
word on it. Verse
Revelation
5.
14 and verse 5.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, and in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High.
And they ain't speak no wicked shit.
Right.
No guile. Nothing that they brought out and brought forth was pertaining to that whore. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say nothing that was like they had other people drinking out of the same cup. You know what I'm saying? They didn't tell nobody to jump in bed with that whore also. They tried to tell them, hey man, we walking with Yahweh Shai this way, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you spoke, you knew it was truth, because they were virgins and they follow Yahweh Shai. Simple.
I gotta pray.
Go ahead.
And like ultimately, that's the ones that receive grace.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a precept. This is Romans 11, and I'm gonna read 4 and 5. It say, but what said the answer of the Most High to him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. It say, even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. You know,
Yet again.
All right.
it say 5 or 4. I'm gonna read 4. It say, but what said the answer of the Most High to him? It say, I have reserved to myself 7,000 men.
7 is what?
Completion.
Completion. So it wasn't 7,000. Completion is completion. Go ahead.
It say, who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Alright, it say, even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
At this present time, there's what?
It say, at this present time, also there is a remnant
There's a remnant. There are some that are reserved. For what?
according to the election of grace.
They got grace. I elected them to get grace. At this present time, right now, is someone that was elected to get grace that didn't bow down to the whore. They're going to be saved. All right? Free fall now, y'all jump in.
This 1 John